Peace and blessings. This is Lisa Marie Goodson of the Blackberry Beauty Transformative Academy, Ancient African Wisdom for the Modern Sister. Hey, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful queens. Happy New Year. Happy New You. New Year resolution. So first of all, I hope you woke up feeling amazing. Hope you didn't overdrink too much, but if you did, we'll talk about some clean out remedies if you partied a little too hard, right, for yourself. But I had a wonderful, I said to my daughter, it was the best New Year's I had in 8 years, because 8 years, normally on New Year's Eve, especially when I was in my relationship, even though my ex and I didn't live together for the full 8 years, only 2, we didn't do much. Like, he would probably, he tends to go to bed very early. He kind of came up in a family where they didn't really celebrate holidays because he was a Jehovah's Witness for a long time, and even when he got out of it, he just wasn't into it. So it kind of made me just not really celebrate holidays or milestones or new beginnings or old endings. You know what I'm saying? I got to open this door again. And so it's like so nice to kind of come back to yourself. But also, I always say new ending. Oh, okay. Peaceful endings begets peaceful beginnings. And I think New Year's is the perfect way to say that or to see that. And I felt like the way that New Year's Eve was, which was the ending of, in this case, 2018, oh, yay. Like, it really let me know what the year is going to be, right? What the year is going to be, how the year, what energy. And energy is youthful. The energy is exciting. The energy is remembering who and what you are. The energy is accepting and loving yourself. The energy is health and longevity. And health is not just physical, but mental and spiritual. All of that, like all of that, right? So yesterday I was sharing this with my Afrocentric Home Decor and Style channel just this morning. I did a video for them, and I was telling them about the way I did my New Year's Eve, and it was so wonderful. The young ladies, or the young couple next door, for those that don't know, I'm in Durham, North Carolina. I just moved here 2 months ago. On today, 2 months ago today, oh my God, another celebration. So 2 full months of living in Durham. I've been in North Carolina for 2 years, but I've been in this apartment in Durham for 2 months. And so celebration time for that. But our neighbors next door, the sister, I realized she's Ghanaian from Ghana, and her husband's from this area, and they are 25, I guess, ish. And she's a professor, and he's a musician. He's actually teaches guitar, and I'm going to be taking guitar lessons with him. As many of you know, I have a guitar, have had a guitar for many, many years. I'm going to actually go sit outside, because even though it's not, let me see if my sock's down here. Even though it's not very sunny, it is 68 degrees in the beautiful dorm at this time. So we're gonna go outside, and I done moved this plant too close, so you're gonna have to hold on. Work with me, ladies. Work with me. Okay, now we can go out. All righty. Hey, so let's get our chair out, because it's warm, which I love. Oops, it's like, rotate me well. Okay. All righty. Yes, and I can see you because the sun is not here, so that's helpful as well. And so anyway, yes, lovely couple, invited me over, had a drink, talked about life. I said it was so beautiful too, and I want to challenge you this 2019 to get out of your comfort zone as far as the way you socialize and the people you hang out with. And I was saying that we have to start, especially older women and men as well, of really diversifying our friends, diversifying our conversations, diversifying our interactions in our company. And it was interesting. It was 2 couples there. It was the married couple and then 2 friends of theirs, and everybody was young. They were all, I asked the age, they were all between 23 and 25 years old. And for those who don't know, I'm 51. So yeah, so it was nice to have that newness, those questions that they asked, or those new things that they taught me. Sometimes as older folks, we think we have all the answers or know more than they know. We just know different things than they know. We've had experiences, and those experiences should definitely be valued, but they're their kind of newness, their understanding of technology, their understanding of travel. You know, I say this often that I remember there was a time when my generation, when we were younger, we would dream of going to Africa or even traveling abroad in ways like it was before I die, I'm going to get there. And the new generation, they go to Ghana for the weekend. They go to shop or they go for a party, or they allowed us to see that just go, just they say, just do it. Like it's not this big thing that we make it. It's a lot simpler. Just get up and go. And so their way of thinking and feeling and being and seeing that newness and starting off new. You know, I used to tell my daughter and my ex, I used to be like, I love college towns. I love riding through college towns, walking in college towns. And I used to say, because like the song by Nirvana was, you know, it smells like teen spirit. Like I love that energy of college towns, because these are youngsters just entering into adulthood. Some of them the first time away from their parents, and you just feel the hope and the joy and the beginning of their lives and the rewriting, the creating, the developing. And I get caught up in that energy, and I like love it. And I like being around young people. I like people my age too, but I've been around. I think that for us, if sometimes as older women, when we're constantly around the same women or the same people or the same places, the same things, especially like I said, in our age group, we will talk about the same aches and pains or the same issues or the same conversations that we have over and over that can keep us really comfortable, and that we have to really, like I said, diversify our friendships. So I know that the way I started, which was New Year's Eve, and the way I ended, which was 2018, was telling, to say the least, because then as soon as I stay a couple hours over there, we're having a good time. We're up in the music room. The men are playing music. The women, we're talking about, you know, books and literature and writing and poetry and metaphysics and all these beautiful things. So I come in because Sister Amina Johnson, I love you so much, and the queen you brought over, young, they're 23 and 25. Like, check out the ages, like they're 23 and 25. And they started, she's actually a doula, and she's studying to be a midwife, and she was talking about the disparity and the racism that's in that genre of still white women kind of run that whole idea, the whole birthing, even the birthing of us, and how we, you know, the different things. But she gave me all these, oh my gosh, she just opened me up to how we think about us birthing babies and how we have to not be so judgmental. She is extremely, you know, educated and knowledgeable about that, and just her insights to share that. Like, I needed to be in that conversation talking about the idea of healthy birthing, and it was beautiful. Like, that's all I could say. It was opening and beautiful, and again, they were young. We also talked about getting some good D, and y'all know, y'all not all ready for that talk. That's why this Sunday we are going into Sexology, and Sexology is my 21-day Divine Feminine course. It is going to be the bomb, and yes, we were talking about good D and having fun and going out. We were talking about Southern men versus, you know, Midwestern men, and, you know, North man and West Coast man, and how like there's the things we love about Southern men. You know, there's Black men, love them everywhere. We just had fun. It was real, it was raw, it was beautiful. And I loved it, and I loved it. And they reminded me, that's why I said keeping these youngsters around me, they reminded me of me. They was like, girl, do you. Girl, yes, you're beautiful, you're fine, you're gorgeous. Love you, love yourself, love the body, baby. Love it, love yourself, love your everything about you. Help me embrace my curves and my shape and my skin and my knowledge and my wisdom. They'll remind you of who you are, because sometimes you forget. And to them, life is just beginning. And for many people my age, they'll have conversations about how life is ending. And we don't want to have those conversations, right? We want to have more powerful, uplifting conversations. And so yeah, 2019. So anyway, it started off great. And then today, within a couple of hours, I have another young woman. I'm sure it was Shannon. What, you in your 20s too, girl? You probably are. One of my students, actually, from my intensives. She's in the area, the Durham, Raleigh area, and she'll be coming over today. So the fact is that I told people my word for this year is to socialize, or socializing, and the fact that I'm doing it. So I asked my Afrocentric Home Decor and Style channel, I said, so what is your word or your phrase for this year? Like I said, mine is socializing, and that means entertaining, having people over, getting out more, but also diversifying my social interactions, you know, making sure that I have people from all walks of life, and I was saying even people from all ethnicities, right? Meaning that even though I'm Black African American, I was hanging out with my African Ghanaian and, you know, my African Caribbean and so really keeping that around us, and it's nice. I'm excited. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for me. I'm excited for life. I'm excited for this intensive. Today is the last day that it's $97. It starts this Sunday, and it's going to be actually $147. And so at midnight tonight, the $97 special will be over for the sexology course. And you can still purchase it, but after today, you'll have to purchase it for $147. And I just feel like being with the ladies last night, the freedom of us as women. I mean, what I want, I feel like I even put myself in the box. Like I started being this 50-year-old woman, and I started being this mature woman, and I think I started looking at my life going, you know, what is my future going to be? You know, have I prepared for it? Like, this is what I was thinking, especially before I got married. Like, I got to get married and, you know, like buy this land and map out this future and build this house, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's smart and that's good. But I was mapping out a future for myself that I thought was going to bring security, or I thought that sounded good. I never sat with myself and thought, how can you map out your future that's really more for you? And I'll give you an example. I had this idea of we bought this land and we built this house in the country. When actually living in the country for that long, it felt very isolating, lonely. Plus, I feel like that's why that woods is the way it is. The animals need to roam free there and not you and them. So it was just so many things that I realized this is not the life that I really want. Like I thought I did, but I realized that, and maybe with the partner I was with, that it just seemed too far out and not a lot of people coming by. And already I've lived here 2 months, and I have more company here in Durham than I've had, because that's more me. I also learned that I like a smaller, more cozier spot. I don't need the big house per se that I thought that I did. I mean, first of all, I don't want to clean all those rooms, and I'm not going to be in half of them. I like my, you know, townhome, and I like the idea of I like the townhome. I like the size. The 860 square feet is more than enough for me, and I love that. And I would have never known that. Also, I realize I need that urban. I need to hear traffic right outside, you know. I need to hear the traffic. I need to see my people that look like me. I need that little bit of urban. And really, I want to create a space, or have a space that I own, but not it own me, where I'm so stuck to it that I can't do things, or I'm house poor, because I want to establish a space now so that I can go do other things and know that I got my stomping grounds or my base. That's different, you know. So many things like I learned in my 51 years, you know, and over the last couple of years of being married and being in a relationship for 8 years, that I never gave myself a chance to just do me. Like really do me, because even when thought I was doing me, I wanted somebody else to be doing me with. Do you understand? This is the first time that I say, well, what do you want? You know, there's things that I've done. I mean, I went from, you know, single mom, public assistance, EBD cards, to running and owning and operating my own business for, I think it's almost been 10 years. I know that it has at least 10 years. I mean, how wonderful is that? Like, how beautiful. It has afforded me opportunities. I met the most wonderful people, connections, and all kinds of things. And I love my life thus far. I love what I've learned and how I've grown and where I've been and the things that I've done, you know. I do, because it's really helped me to be me. In other words, I love me. I love all of me. I love the work that I put in. I've loved the bathing and the baths and the yoga and the meditation, because it kept me sound, mind, and body. You know what I'm saying? Sound in mind, body. and spirit, really. And I love that. I love that I was born and raised in Brooklyn, but also raised myself as an adult in California. And I love both of those experiences. You know, I love my 1 year in Las Vegas I lived, and I'm loving my time in North Carolina. And I'm embracing the me. I never really, because when I got married, it wasn't so much embracing me, it was embracing us and our future and the dream. I don't know if I really understood that I could be happy with me because nothing was pointing to that. You know, that's what really influencing this sexology course, this 21-day course that I would love for you to join, is for me, it really is about, like, who are we? Like, yes, we're wives and we're mothers, but who are we, and what does that feel like, and how does that show up in our lives, and how would we like it to, and what have we been told that we bought into, but that we realize is not really working for us, and how can we change that? You know, like. So yeah, so I'm definitely loving myself. I got up today, I got dressed, and I just looked at myself in the mirror, and I was just like, yeah, you go ahead, girl. You beautiful. Like, head to toe, gorgeous, beautiful. Like, you have to say that to yourself. Nobody else has to think it. Somebody else could look at you and say something different. It don't matter. It's what you see when you look in that mirror, and you need to give yourself some props, ladies. You need to look in that mirror and look at that body, and look at that hips, and look at your booty, and look at your thighs, and look at your face and your lips and your skin, and just say, you are so beautiful. Like, I'm really loving you right now, and I'm really into you right now. And I'm not going to put you down. I'm not going to say bad words about you. Like I was telling my Afrocentric Home Decor channel, I'm all about deliberate creation. I want to be so exact with my words that everything I speak, every feeling I feel, every emotion, everything I put out there is deliberately what I want. Asking and creating and recreating that which I want. I'm making sure. I gave the example on my last channel that, you know, I was talking about this idea of how we say, oh, I'm going to miss you, especially me being a mom with my daughter. Oh, my God, like, you know, when she goes away, I always say, oh, I'm going to miss her. But I say that when she's right here. Why do we tell people we're going to miss them when they're right here now? We lose out on all the beauty and the power of that positivity. So now when I turned around to my daughter, I was like, oh, I'm going to miss you. I was like, no, wait, I'm a deliberate creator. I'm being more succinct with my words. I said, no, I want to say this because this is more true. I am so happy to be with you right now. I am so enjoying our time together right now, where I never have to say I miss. Because when you miss, you're going to miss out on the things that you want. You know, that feeling, I'm feeling lonely. No, switch that up. If you feel lonely, go out and do some things that make you feel good. Go to a concert or a store, the library, or just to the supermarket. And a lot of times when I'm feeling like away, I just get up and go to the supermarket and just going in the supermarket, talking to the cashiers or the customers or the other customers like me, I'm back to me. I'm feeling good. There's always these simple remedies that can keep us from being in a negative place and keep us in a positive place, and that's what the Blackberry Beauty 2019 is all about. The premise is high vibrational frequency. As my girl Precious Galloway said, to her word or her phrase is to vibrate higher, to keep that vibrational frequency high. And I say this, we say higher, which is good. I'll go there, just that we vibrate high. Because if we constantly staying on a high vibrational frequency, it's going to be at the level that it's supposed to be. It's more important to vibrate high than to vibrate low. But of course, because it helps you know what you don't want. It's like, so I'm all for the contrast too. I'm all for it as well. Y'all, I'm going to travel. Like, I'm going to get on planes and go to far places. Like, I've been to London before, but it was 4 days. It was business, and I enjoyed it. But this time we're doing 2 weeks in London. My daughter and I, 2 weeks in Paris. 2 weeks in France and Paris. I know I'm going to do a meetup in London. I'm going to do a meetup in Paris. We're going to have a good time. Gonna have a good time. And then I'm going to the Gambia. The Gambia is probably gonna come first. I think I'm doing it, either I'm gonna do the Gambia in the spring, or I'm gonna do the Gambia in the fall, or even the winter of this 2019. We'll see. Because I want to do a Ghana trip too, and I'm gonna figure out how it's better to do both when I'm there or whatever it is, you know. So opportunities. I waited like I mean, my partner was never ready or was never enough, or we were just supporting living off one income, or it just wasn't that important to the person. So now it's like, okay, you talked all that stuff about, oh, I'm in this partnership and I haven't done anything. Don't blame nobody else, Lisa Marie. And I'm not blaming him. I want you to know, don't blame nobody else. Now do the things you say you want to do. So first thing, and we're going to have courses on it, I got me a vacation fund, a travel fund. I'm also going to take other money and start putting it into money market accounts and diversifying my portfolio. First of all, getting the goddamn portfolio. Really work on owning some property. This is not just 2019. This is my future plans, but not doing anything where it's going to, I don't want to lock myself into owning anything that's going to take away from travel, but it doesn't have to. I can have both. And you can too. And it's not about a lot of money making. It's about what to do with it, but also just making you a priority. And the things that you want, making a priority. Most of us run away from our future by not dealing with our present. We don't want to see the bills. We don't want to really see the credit card. We don't want to see how we could spend differently. I didn't say less. I said differently. We don't want to go into the bank or find a financial advisor or talk to somebody because we think that's just for rich people. And you don't know you got money that could be going to different places and it feels good. Like, don't do anything because you're fearful or you're scared that you're not going to have enough for the future. Do it because it's fun. It's fun for me to where's my money and where's it going and what am I doing and, you know, and also sharing it, like sharing it. My daughter, I'm taking her to Europe. It's really about her, you know, it's about both of us because let's be honest, sitting in the Parisian cafe, oh my God, what? Hanging out in London, the accents, oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. And continually eat well, like I discovered. I love cooking for other people. I love making meals for other people. I love entertaining. So my fall, winter, when I cook, it's going to be great. Spring, summer, when I eat raw, that's going to be great. Although, you know, I'll go off that because I'm sure I'm going to have some amazing food in the UK, and which I know is there, and amazing food in Paris that, you know, all these other ethnicities that's there. So I'm just going to enjoy life, get exercise, get fresh air, you know. So I would love, love, love for you to join. Today is the last day for $97, the Sexology class, the 21-day Divine Feminine course. Also, over the next few days, I will have all of the kind of calendar or the list or the schedule of all the topics that's going to be from January to December in my Blackberry Beauty, so you know all of the upcoming Divine Feminine 21-day courses, so you can know January, oh, we're going to talk about this in February and March, and so we're going to really, they've come to me, I just haven't really sat down. I know I want to dedicate time to exercise and movement, you know. I want to dedicate time to exercise and movement. Like I said it once because I know I was telling the Afrocentric Home Decor channel, we have to stay healthy. I didn't say be perfect. I didn't say subscribe to one diet or another. I'm saying stay healthy. All my raw for 8 years, all of my bathing, all of that is still incorporated in my life. It's incorporated is what I told you. It's not stuck on one, but they're all great remedies, you know, but also, you know, having fun in different ways as well. Because that's like, all of it got to be fun. It's got to be fun. It's got to be exciting. Like at 51 years old, you got to do what you want to do. You can't be thinking about nobody else, not your church, not your community, none of that. You got to be like, you know what? Let me sit every day with myself and feel who I am and go for it. So yeah, I feel grown. I feel sexy. I feel sexy. I feel beautiful. I feel grown. And yes, I drank some wine. So yeah, you know, my face a little puffy, and you know, it was a little, yeah, you know, they ain't been getting that. I slept really well last night, but you know, I got up this morning. I did my yoga. So like, we're gonna be real. Like over the year, like if you do have a few glasses of wine, or if you drink more, like how to recover from that the next day. You know, what lemon water is what I started off with. I did yoga this morning, then I drank my lemon water, then I drank a green smoothie. Then I cleaned up the house, washed the dishes, which also makes me feel good. Listened to my Abraham Hicks, got my essential oil going, open the doors and the windows for air. All of this is health, and then talking to my Afrocentric home decor, showing my table. I have a guest coming over, my sister friend Shannon. Like I said, a member of the group. I love y'all. I like people to come over. So if you're in the area and I like you and you like me, definitely give me a call or whatever. My guests yesterday, they came and they brought Amina and her beautiful friend. They bought me all of these flowers. Look at all these. I got the lavender. I got my tulips I've been had. I got this flowers. I got these flowers. So very excited. So yes, all the blessings that you all bring is a blessing to me. And I especially want to say thank you for your love and support for all of these years. Thank you for my transitioning and constantly transitioning as you've been hanging out with me. And just look for a lot of deliberate creating in the 2019 new year. And this new year, right now, Happy New Year, right now. Happy New You, Happy New Healthy You. I love you so much. So much. So thank you for letting me go on, and let's see who's on this morning or this afternoon. Brianna London, Happy New Year to you. C. Sepp, Happy New Year to you. Inga, Happy New Year. Angel Lee. Allison, good afternoon to you. Happy New Year. Belinda, hey again. Chia, Happy New Year. I have to say, you've always been beautiful, but since being in your new space, you're even more radiant. Thank you. Definitely feeling great. We need plant tutorials. Says, yes, we do, Angel Lee. I promise you, I will give it to you. Hey, Shells, Happy New Year. Happy to be nappy. Good morning. Chill E, Happy New Year to you. Allison, no, 51, just gorgeous. Oh, thank you. That's so beautiful. Allison, yes, trying new music. Come on, that's it, going. And things just opening your mind. Yes. Allison, that's such an important point. New music. That's what I've been looking for. I was like, what's new? Because, either you're with yourself or you're in a couple, and my ex was very much into like music, but in a way, when somebody is that deeply into their music, you tend to always listen to their music, and then sometimes you're like, what do I want to hear? What do I like? Like, I used to have my own kind of music, and it was always world music, and now I'm exploring music as well. So Allison, very important. That's a wonderful way to change it up, right? To switch it up. You are so right, Queen. You are so right. I'm glad she is learning to care for young moms. Oh my God, it was so beautiful to talk to her. We are all here to listen and learn and teach and grow. Yes, Joyce. Belinda says, social experiments. Yes, I like that. Hey, Bouban, great to see you. Bonjour. Phaedra, how are you, Phaedra? Love you too. All you can. Good morning, love. This is the year of high vibrations for effortless manifestations. The year of loving you, me, the divine nature of being. Love you. You said it so beautifully, and Ashe, receiving that. Armand says, surplus people, genuine pigs for the, okay, I'm not sure about that, but let's explore. Unk says, Happy New Year. Goddess says, Happy New Year to you too, Unk. Ebony, peace and prosperity. Lakeisha, Happy New Year. Hey, girl. Yes, to you. Happy New Year. Thank you. Camila, Happy New Year. Yeah. Let's make it one. Let's start right now. Let's make it the best year we can ever make it. It's new beginnings. Like everything around you, this is what I love. You know how like sometimes when people are doing new things, especially when we were younger, didn't know, maybe some of us now, we get like a little envious or jealous. But I realize like that's a waste of energy, and that's not actually why the new things are happening for people in your lives. They're actually happening for you. Sometimes it takes somebody else to kind of step out there, and you got to be like, wow, they stepped out in a sense for me, because their stepping out helps me to look at my own life and to evaluate and not get stuck and step out too. Every time you have people in your life that are doing it a little differently, that are, moving to their own beat, You don't know, like, that's really for you too. That's like, hey, where do I need to switch it up? Where do I need to get a new drum beat? You know, where am I behind? Like, what, you know, like, really always know that anything somebody else has or gets that's around you is really for you too. It's the opportunity to say, how do you like that? You know, we got to really go back to the idea of the law of attraction, where we're saying, I want a little bit of that, and I want a little bit of that. Ooh, not so much of that. You know what? I had that before, don't want that no more. You know, maybe I'll do more of this, like, and then maybe I'll do this other thing that I've never done, you know? It's really about it, like, just coming out your comfort zone. Like I said, when I remember when I traveled abroad, I went to Trinidad once, and I want to go on 5 more times. Like, I traveled to the same country, but I was seeing the brother, so that's why I was going back and forth too. But this is the year of no, go for it. Young people, that's what y'all remind me. Like I said, you look at, you know, ladies in my age group and more, you know that we didn't necessarily, there was no internet, first of all, to see the way the young people travel from country to country to country to country. We didn't see that. We didn't have that. When somebody went to Africa, we thought it was the greatest thing, and we wanted to know everything about them. And if we had that, we loved it. We valued it. It was a beautiful thing to see it in our family. And even road trips, all that is beautiful. But now these ladies and these brothers and sisters is doing it in ways that we dreamt of. But we don't have to dream. We can do it too. As long as we keep ourselves relatively healthy, and long as we put things in place in order to have what we want. The only way you set yourself up for failure if you fail to plan, right? That's the only way. If you don't plan, if you put your things together, don't sit there and say you don't have enough. That was I don't know if I actually said it, but I guess and especially when I was married, I really was like, oh, we just don't have enough, we just don't have enough, because that was the narrative. But the truth is, there was always enough. I didn't know enough to take care of myself and get that. You know, sexology course really is about when you're going to take care of you. When you're going to start asking yourself some of those harder questions and being honest with yourself about where you are right now. Does that scare you? Does that make you fearful? Would you rather just not know that you're not happy? And because, you know, ignorance is bliss, and you want to live there, because you do need to follow your bliss, but I don't think you can get to bliss from ignorance. I know people want to say that if you don't know what you don't know, can't hurt you. So you just ignorant to things, so you just move along. There's some beauty to that. I don't know if it's ignorance, though. I think knowing, like, hey, you know what? I'm not being honest. Like, I don't really like this, or I don't really like this, or I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid of that topic. I'm afraid of that way of life. I'm afraid of that new thing. Like, just say it. You know, I want to feel, I want to explore, I want to have orgasms, or, you know, whatever it is. Like, sexology is covering relationships, human relationships, and the one with yourself. It's going to be a great class. It's going to be something new and exciting for me. I'm excited that the ancestors are coming to me to do the class. Like, y'all, like, I don't need to know everything about the topics that I say that I'm teaching, because the ancestors give it to me. I trust in that. And and we're going to talk a lot about that. Trusting in your ancestors, trusting in your higher self, your source, trusting in that you don't have to know everything in order to move forward. You don't even have to know everything about the forward movement that you're doing. You just have to keep putting one step in front of the other. Like I said, some ancient wisdom, I'll give you one. I'll tell you, was if you're familiar with John Coltrane, John Coltrane was alive. There was a John Coltrane quartet. I know there was Elvin Jones on the drum. There was McCoy Tyner on the piano. Of course, there was saxophone was, you know, John Coltrane himself. And I forget the bass player in the quartet. I can't quite remember, but Elvin Jones, the drummer. And I had a teacher, a mentor friend, E.W. Wainwright, African Roots of Jazz in the Bay Area. His teacher and mentor was Elvin Jones. He was a drummer, and Elvin Jones was his teacher. So every time Elvin Jones would come to the Bay, I got a picture with him, by the way, I'll make sure I show you, would come to the Bay Area, Oakland, to this place called Yoshi's, this club, you know, jazz club. We would go down there, and we would be able to go backstage and sit there and talk to Elvin. At this point, he must have been in his 80s, right? And so I think I asked him, everybody was asking him different questions, and I said, you know, brother Elvin Jones, sir, Baba, how do you do all that you do? Because his travel, his, like, touring was amazing for a man at that age. And he said, little girl or something, he said, well, it was nice. He said, baby girl or something, I just put one foot in front of the other. And I know you've heard that term and it sounds like nothing. It's gibberish. What are they saying? What does that mean? No, it's powerful. That's how I get there. I don't need to know what's there. I don't need to know what's on the road there. That's going to be the fun part. But how I get there is I put one foot in front of the other. If you don't put one foot in front of the other, how you going to get to where you want to go? So you so worried about how it's going to turn out, you ain't putting the foot in front of the other to get there. You got to, and putting the one foot in front of the other, every time you put a foot up front, you're going to get some new things and new exploration. So the journey is so, so important. Elders have great information. Elders have such wisdom and such simplicity. I just put one foot in front of the other. And I tell you that a lot because that stood with me because I didn't quite understand it then because I thought it was going to be more profound than he said. But it was profound, but I didn't understand it. And there were so many times that I would not do things because I couldn't figure it out. So therefore, I wouldn't even put the one foot in front of the other to get down to the next thing. And I don't want you to do that. Put one foot in front of the other. Put one foot in front of the other on your jolly way to the Sexology course. That's $97. All my other courses from February to December of 2019 is $147 per course, $147 for the 21-day course, unless I do a special. So you could avoid that by joining the mastermind group where you lock yourself into that $97 for that whole year of 2019. Each intensive, as long as your membership is kept up to date, you will get the intensive. You don't like the membership thing, you could buy it in bulk. You can buy 3-month bulk at $97. You can buy 6-month bulk, so you'll never have to pay $147 for each one. So you'll be saving $50 off of, wait a second, is that $50? Let's see, 90? Yeah, $50 off of each intensive by joining the mastermind membership group or by buying in bulk. Come on now. Especially if you already know you want them all or you're interested or you want to do. Another thing, say to yourself, you know what, I know for year 2019, I've been talking about going to Blackberry Beauty Academy, talking about taking her courses. So many of you have told me that, and I feel it's like new energy. You're like, hey, I think it's a sign. I'm going to take your course. Come on in. Like, you're going to like it. You're going to love it. It's a family. It's a family. Like, Sister Amina is the daughter of one of my clients and actually my friend, because that's what you'll become from my mastermind group. I mean, like, I met the mother from the daughter taking the course and said, I think you'd be good for my mom. This is not the first, because another sister that was a youngster told her mom about me. And as a matter of fact, this week I'm having lunch with another sister that was on my first retreat when we did the Eno River in Durham, North Carolina, Kendra. She says, you and my mom got so much in common right now. I want to make lunch and dinner or lunch for y'all, invite you over so you can meet. So the courses are great. And I think this year, especially because it's such a new me and I wanted you to be a part of it. Okay, I could go on forever. I'm going to get this place together. I want to make up my bed because my daughter was sleeping in my bed. I get up and she stays in. So I want to make up the bed. I want to fold the laundry before my guests come. And I want to eat some food because I want to eat my leftovers. How many of y'all are having your black-eyed peas, your collard greens? I made some cornbread and some rice. How many of y'all having that? And I got some leftover soup I got. So I got a lot of leftovers and we're going to eat those because they're good. A lot of vegetables. I eat a lot of vegetables. Tomorrow I'm going to do a video on what I like eat. Excuse me, but still eat cooked food. I eat a lot of vegetables. I eat vegetables with everything. Vegetables in the morning. If I make a scrambled tofu, but let's believe there's greens in there. I drink green drinks. I like vegetables, carrots, there's onions. I love vegetables. I can do vegetables everywhere in the world. Lots of them, even cooked ones. It makes a difference. The vitamins go in that water. You can drink that water, put it over your food. You can still get the vegetables. Don't get caught up in it has to be one way to stay young and beautiful. It doesn't, I promise you. We're going to have a course on food for real. Like really being more realistic about eating and how you don't need to be so extreme to live a long life. I promise you, so many people not so extreme living a greater life. So just all of that good stuff. So today, last day, midnight, $97. And after tonight, for the Sexology class, 21-day Feminine course, or you could just get it tomorrow at $147. It's going to be more than worth $147. And go to the website and look at some of the things that we're going to be discussing if you want more information. All right, let me go and get you all Camila, Michaela, Happy New Year. LaShondra, 2019, prosperity for everyone. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I receive it. Ashley, Happy New Year, Queen. Safu, hello, Indonesia, Happy New Year. Hey, from Indonesia, Happy New Year. LaShandra, Queen, much love for you and your home. Looking great. Teach Queen, thank you. Love, life, sunshine. Hello, and Happy New Year from Los Angeles. Hey, Queen, sunny California. LaShandra, enjoy this 2019, everyone. You too. Seifu. Okay, he giving thanks to Los Angeles and saying hi to Indonesia. The Herbal Goddess, peace to you. Felice 2019. Yes, Roya. Grace says, put one foot before the other. Come on now. 2019 mantra. What, right? Hey, Justin. Happy New Year and peace to you. Angela, I've been thinking about you. Angela, I'm going to put you on the spot if you're still on. When you come into my house, Miss Living in Durham, when are you coming to see me? When you coming to see me? I'm going to say it again. When you coming to see me. I'll put you on the spot. If you still there, let me know. Email me. Inbox me when you coming to see me. Soon. Okay, soon when? I'm from New York. We're gonna get you down to a date. Soon when? Hey, Miss Queen, Happy New Year. Hey, Coach. Okay. Takia says, peace and blessings. Venus says, my word of the year is ease. Ease is a good word. Unc says, your courses are money well spent. Oh, thank you, Unc Nebuchadnezzar Jefferson. You know I love you. You're such a great addition to our courses. Tanisha says, Happy New Year. Angela says, soon. Okay, Wednesday. I love it. Let's do Wednesday. Let's do Wednesday. I love it. I'll inbox you, Queen. Grace says, happy 2017 from Jamaica. Yes, happy. Loving the Caribbean island. Thank you, Queen. Okay, Angela, I'll inbox you so we'll get the time. I can't wait to see you. I saw you, Angela. You did that video that was on Facebook with your fine self. Angela, we from the same tribe. It's that curvaceous body tribe. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Angela Armstrong has a YouTube channel on YouTube, and you need to watch her. Health and wellness. She chocolate and fine, and her body is popping, and she's beautiful in every way. And I love her. And we have not gotten together in 2019. She was one of the first people, and really one of only, but no, first people to come out to Sex Paha to do a one-on-one with me. And now we just gonna cool and chill out and have a good time. Angela Joy says, Happy New Year to you too. Tracy, Happy New Year from South Florida. Thank you for the sun. Thank you, Florida. Can't wait to do it. You know, 2019, y'all, I'm doing my tour too. I'm coming to particular cities and states, and Florida is definitely one of them. Laugh out loud. Love you, says Angela. You know it. Thank you. Love you too. Tracy said, can't wait. Oh, for the food intensive. Y'all gonna have a ball with that one. Hey, Queen Makeda. How are you? Been thinking about you. Happy New Year, family. More blessings. Yes, always and forever, right? All right, Queens. I love you. I hope you love me. I know you do, because that's why you're here. We love each other. Love is good. Love is powerful. That's what I say, like that longing for love, yo, that longing for love. Oh, I thought about it. I heard it today, yo, like I never heard it before, because you know you can hear the same thing over and over again, but you don't hear it till you hear it. And I was listening to this law of attraction, and something she said, she was like, you know, of course, looking for love in all the wrong places. We know about that. Looking for love in all the wrong places. But where is the place to look for love? It's inside. Your higher source loves you like you need to be loved. And like we keep thinking, oh, this is going to bring me love, and being with this person, I'm going to find this love, and I want this person because I want that love. And your higher source is saying they're human. They can't be flawless the way you need them to be. They can't love you unconditionally in all the ways you need them to be. They're still trying to learn to love themselves unconditionally, but your source loves you. Your source always wants you to win. Your source, and when you know that, you don't look for love outside. You stay right here. Get the love where now all you're doing, because you're knowing you have love, so the feelings of unworthiness is not there. You know when you have love. You know you got love. You walk in the world differently. You show up differently. You shine differently. You walk, talk, and speak differently. You know you express, you vibrate differently. That all you going to meet out there is people that's going to love your dirty underwear. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I know that's what you want. But Spirit loves the divine source, your higher self, your connection to the all, loves your dirty underwear. Source loves your dirty underwear. And that's what you really want. But you want him and her to love your dirty underwear. They can't do it. They don't even love their own dirty underwear. You need to go with source if you want to be loved. love truly. And then that love, the one that vibrates off of you, will then, permeate throughout the atmosphere, the stratosphere. I'm all about the intergalactic, the flying high. Love you. So just know that. Just in case you forgot. Just in case you forgot, feel it now. Yes, Venus, feel love right now. Your aura feels different. Yes, ma'am. I say thank you. Love, 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 love you. You too, Queen Makeda. Yes, yes. All right, queens. Let me go get my girl. So my girl Shannon come, if she don't mind being on the camera, we will come back to you, ladies. And actually, you know what? No, we'll do it on my private group. The last intensive I did called Sacred Hibernation. See, when you're in these groups, you get the behind the scenes stuff. So come on and join. I'm excited to have you. Hey, Mama T, beautiful Mama T, sending you much love, respect, and peace. This is Lisa Marie Goodson of the Blackberry Beauty Transformative Academy. Hey, yay! Ancient African wisdom for the modern sister. Happy New Year, beautiful people. And of course, I'll see you tomorrow. Join this sexology. What a way to start off the new year. That's all I can say. Peace and blessings.